This is Neural Newscast for Thursday, March 5th, 2026.
Here is what matters today.
From Neural Newscast, I'm Thomas Keene.
And I'm Evelyn Hartwell.
President Donald Trump says he will soon endorse a candidate in the Texas Senate race. He is calling for an end to the divisive contest between Senator John Cornyn and Attorney General Ken Paxton.
The announcement follows primary results from this past Tuesday. Those results sent the two Republicans into a runoff scheduled for May 26th. In social media posts, Trump stated the intra-party fighting must stop now.
Republican leaders on Capitol Hill are reportedly pushing Trump to back Cornyn, the four-term incumbent. They fear a long runoff will be expensive and leave the eventual nominee wounded for November.
Ken Paxton has already responded to the pressure. He told Real America's Voice that he intends to stay in the race regardless of which candidate the president chooses to endorse.
Senators like Lindsey Graham and Mike Rounds have argued that Cornyn represents the best bet to win the general election. The Cornyn campaign has already spent nearly $70 million to reach this stage.
Democrats have already selected their nominee, State Representative James Talarico. Republicans privately view the 36-year-old progressive as a formidable general election candidate who could potentially flip the seat.
Representative Ronnie Jackson noted it might be more difficult for Paxton to defeat Talarico than Cornyn. The concern is that the party cannot afford to pick each other apart for weeks.
Texas has not elected a Democratic senator in nearly 4 decades. However, operatives in both parties suggest that this year, the seat may actually be in play, given the current Republican infighting.
Trump's social media posts went as far as to ask the candidate he does not endorse to immediately drop out. Whether that demand carries weight with Paxton or his supporters remains to be seen.
The runoff will last 83 days. This is a duration that senior GOP officials worry will drain the war chests needed for the nationwide fight to maintain control of the Senate.
Some MAGA-wing allies have warned Trump against backing Cornyn, citing concerns over his loyalty to the former president's agenda. This creates a complex balancing act for the endorsement decision.
We will be watching the timing of that announcement closely. The stability of the Republican platform in Texas depends on how quickly the party can consolidate behind a single name.
In other news, Newcastle United clinched a dramatic victory on Tyneside yesterday. They defeated Manchester United 2-1 in a match defined by a controversial dismissal and a late winner.
Newcastle played much of the game with 10 men after midfielder Jacob Ramsey received a second yellow card for simulation. Manager Eddie Howe called the decision to send Ramsey off really harsh.
Despite the man disadvantage, Anthony Gordon put Newcastle ahead from the penalty spot. Manchester United equalized deep into stoppage time when Casemiro headed home a cross from Bruno Fernandes.
The equalizer was the 14th assist of the season for Fernandes. He is now just 1 short of David Beckham's club record and 6 away from the all-time Premier League record.
The winner finally came in the 85th minute from 22-year-old William Osula. He ran from his own half before curling a solo effort into the far corner to seal the points.
This victory ends a torrid run of 3 successive home defeats for Eddie Howe. His decision to recall goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale was also rewarded with 3 crucial saves during the match.
Michael Carrick's Manchester United side struggled to exploit their numerical advantage. Carrick expressed bitter disappointment, noting his team failed to find the extra man to press home the lead.
Manchester United had previously benefited more from opposition red cards than any other top-flight side this season. This defeat represents only their 2nd league loss since November.
The result keeps Newcastle competitive in a baffling season, while Manchester United misses a chance to cement their aspirations for Champions League qualification.
Turning now to international developments, Nepal has conducted its first elections since the youth-led protest last September. Observers reported that the voting process remained peaceful throughout the country.
This stability is a significant marker for the region following months of political unrest. Officials are now beginning the counting process to determine the makeup of the new government.
Meanwhile, in the United States, former President Barack Obama has thrown his support behind a new redistricting plan for Virginia. The proposal is now heading to voters for final approval.
The plan aims to restructure electoral boundaries, and its success could influence the balance of power in future state elections. We expect high engagement from local advocacy groups as the vote nears.
Here is what else we are watching. This Saturday, Newcastle United will travel to face Manchester City in the FA Cup 5th round at 8 o'clock in the evening, local time.
Manchester United will look to bounce back on March 15th when they host Aston Villa. That match will be critical for their pursuit of a top 4 finish in the Premier League.
And we are tracking the deadline for the Texas runoff. Both Cornyn and Paxton have until May 26th to convince voters before the final Republican nomination is decided.
That is the news for today. For Neural Newscast, I'm Thomas Keene.
And I'm Evelyn Hartwell. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.
Neural Newscast uses artificial intelligence in content creation, with human editorial review prior to publication. While we strive for factual, unbiased reporting, AI-assisted content may occasionally contain errors. Verify critical information with trusted sources. Learn more at neuralnewscast.com.